Welcome back to our Healthy Living segment. Steve Brown couldn't join us today, president of the Family Physiotherapy Center, but he's got great representation. Joining us from the Orleans location, Jason Bellefleur, and congratulations, by the way, on the Orleans, the big award coming to you from Orleans. Also joining you, one of your clients. This is Gayle Downing. So great to have you here on the show. Wonderful story coming to us from Gayle, and thankfully for the work that you've done. So congratulations on this award. This must have been a wonderful thing to have, especially recognized by members in your BIA.
It's a great feeling as well, being recognized for what I do, because healthcare professionals don't always get the recognition, and so it's quite the honor. It was quite overwhelming that night winning the award.
It must have been. It was nice, especially to be recognized by your peers as well within the industry.
In the business community, it's like I said, it's nice being recognized for being in business, for being a healthcare professional.
Well, congratulations on that, and it makes sense, especially when you have success stories like Gayle here. So here's the background to the story: increasing amount of knee pain.
Exactly.
And it was suggested that you actually do a knee replacement.
Could happen.
Could happen. Knee replacement was down the road. Enter physiotherapy, family physio, and Jason. And so, what was it for you, Jason, when you saw Gayle come in to say, listen, there's steps that we can take before we get there?
Well, the first thing was getting a thorough assessment done. Because people have knee pain, we think it's just the knee, but it was much more than that. It was actually her hip was very stiff. So we made sure we took the time to do a thorough assessment, and then from there I was able to lay out 4 or 5 things that we needed to work on.
You needed to work on quite a number of things. But you were at that point where you were in excruciating pain, and you were on a lot of pain medication.
A lot of prescription pain medication. I don't even want to tell you how many I was taking, just to be able to focus on something and get through the day, even to work and focus on work. All I could focus on was the pain. And Jason took me from a huge number of prescription painkillers. I went down on that. Then I went on to over-the-counter painkillers, and now I have many days with no painkillers at all. And you tell me that last fall, and I never would have believed it.
That one fall later that you actually, would be pain-free and off the medication, because that's scary when you're taking that much pain medication and it's affecting everything else in your life.
Well, that's it. There was no other life. It was all the focus was on the pain, whether it was at work or at home. All I could focus on was the pain. Now we've kind of taken that out, and now I don't have any excuse for not doing my job.
That's true. That's true right there. You had a very dedicated client, though. I mean, oftentimes there's homework to be done, and you followed through with the exercises.
That, I think, was pivotal. I mean, Jason took me through some stretches and exercises when I was there at the clinic, but he also told me some things that I could do at home. And I think it's very important not only to do exactly what he said to do, but also with the frequency. And I did that, and the magic happened. He's the professional. He knows what he's doing. I don't know about that stuff, so why wouldn't I listen to him and do what he told me to do?
And that's something that's frustrating, I think, for you as well, is that you put all this effort in, and you see people in the clinic, and you're going through, you have the machines and the exercises, but once they're at the door, you have to put your faith in them that they'll do it.
And I often tell my clients that I do half the work. When you come and see me, you'll get all my effort, but there's also stuff that you have to do at home to make sure that we maintain or even get better, the gains that we do make in the clinic together.
One thing that you had to recognize was when you did the assessment that there was much more going on than just the knee pain, right?
There's a lot of mobility issues with the hip, and that's very common with people who do have arthritis in the knee, and it's often overlooked is looking at hip mobility. And so we spent a bulk of our time increasing flexibility, and that ends up taking pressure off of the knee. And that's I think why we got so much pain relief, is there's less pressure at the joint.
I never would have thought that. No. I was focused on the pain in the knee. I'm not thinking that there was a focal point someplace else. I never would have thought about the hip. And Jason was able to assess that right away.
And so once you started doing exexercises to help with that, it's amazing how fast it...
Exactly. Took the pressure off the knee. Exactly. Exactly. So, I'm even dancing every now and then.
You're dancing. Didn't think you'd be dancing.
I think I would be able to stand much more than dance. So that happens, although I'm a little embarrassed to say that. I don't dance very well.
Well, you're moving, and that's the key. And I think taking it from the doctor saying, listen, knee replacement is down the road, that's as frightening, and there's rehab and everything to do with that, so why not start it prior to?
This was the first step that the doctor suggested, hopefully to prevent the knee replacement completely, or certainly delay it for a period of time. But if I could just manage the pain, I'm quite happy to keep the knee I've got.
Right, absolutely. And it's got to be rewarding, too, especially when you know someone is completely relying on these pain medications, and that for you realize is something that has to go.
Yeah, it's a great feeling, and that's why I do what I do, is because I like being able to, if someone's in pain and then they end up really happy with where they're at and they're able to do what they want to do.
something to consider. Thank you so much. Wonderful to hear that you're doing so well.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Jason, once
you.
again on the award. And of course, I'm sure there are so many people in your situation right now. It takes a call. It takes that step to say, I can take care of this issue as well and work on
Absolutely.
it. So thank you for that.